Yo, what's up? What's up? It's your boy. Check this out, man. As a documentarian, as a documentary filmmaker, I mostly use like Voxbox, to drive my message. But I try to steep my questions on what what I'm driving to and what I'm trying to do. Because every film has to have a composition. There has to be something you thought about before you made a film. So by the time it comes out, it just can't just come out as a flat thing. It has to make sense. It has to make sense. And so on cost of living above the ordinary, I went into it, but I realized that no, maybe my techniques of camera were a bit, I was too restless with camera. You know, I want to tell you something. My problem, um, I always had this. I know until about 8 years ago, I always had this thing where I don't like camera so much. I'm a director, but I'm not so much of a cameraman. And so when it came to working camera, I was in the beginning a very rushing guy until I got to the stage where I was shooting pictures, and then I really took time to study my machine and look at it like this is it, this is what I'm working, this is what I'm working. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, like this picture I wanted to come out this way, and so I want this picture to come out this way. I want this picture to come out this way. And so that taught me to kind of and so going into higher education insights was, and thank God for the coordination of the students. I had the questions in mind, as to what is it that I was trying to do. You know, I knew what I'm trying to compose, and I composed it, I wrote it down, but I didn't have a paper for interviews. I sort of I drove it to, cause as a presenter, you are the driver of whatever it is that you're presenting. And so I wanted to derive the honesty of particular environmental, interpretation from the student's point of view. And I did. And then when it came to Dirty Streets of Joburg. Dirty Streets of Joburg. I'm concerned about the look of Josie. You know what I'm saying? So I talk about these things because these are issues that we need to discuss, but they are not being discussed, and upon resolving them, you get a break in between, which is kind of it's a problem, because greed takes over right before everything. You know what I'm saying? Which is like very very funny to understand. But with clean up the streets of Joburg, I was more into it was more a hip hop type of documentary, and I don't know, man. I structured it very well, and mostly I did it in edits at the end. But from the beginning, I knew what I was trying to get out of that documentary, and it came out quite well, quite decent. I didn't actually have a budget for none of these documentaries. I shot an hour film without budget at all. Like what I'm saying. So it's it's things that I do from time to time. I attempt and I get sponsors from there to there. Like I just and then for some reason I'm just I'm a very open guy. So I'll let you know, I'll be yo man, this is a situation. Can you sponsor, this is a thing, And that's the thing, and I smile with people a whole lot, I'm willing to help where I can, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just that kind of thing. And so going into fresh entrepreneurship, it was a show we did in Senton. I was co-directing, right there. The guys like, yo, come through, and we're doing a show. Or come through and shoot. So I come through, I shoot, and then I picked up like $100 after I was just for transport, and like an investment of mine anyway. And so we did some interviews, advised some artists, and then It was quite dope, man. It was quite dope. But it was mainly just for encouragement of entrepreneurship amongst the young generation, most especially people in the creative industry, because I'm in the creative industry. As much as what it may seem like we are governmental, voices now, but I'm initially from film school background, from the artistic background, and so if you don't have an audience now, your stuff gains an audience. You know what I mean? And you notice this in your society around you. You know what I mean? Like, I've written scripts for Ramaphosa. I've written freaking Ubuntu Festival was drafted by me. That script, where he goes, oh, what was the thing? Oh, ngilusile, ngilwile, all that stuff was written by me. It's my script, you know. So yeah, man. So that's what it is, and so it's to create a voice that comes out and becomes crystal in society, and we get to see this from time to time, but we want to see more of it. You know what I mean? Like, yes, your boy. I'll have a second section of this. Your boy.